I'm an unlikely lawyer. I'm a lawyer that descended from two medical parents, so I was raised by a doctor and a nurse. I discovered I wanted to be an attorney when I took business law in high school at Mother Macaulay. It dawned on me pretty quickly that if you know the law, you can protect yourself. You can protect the people that you love, because there's a lot of unknowns out there. The other part of it was I liked the idea of cobbling together different theories. I liked the idea of making people think differently about problems. I didn't ever really accept unquestioned things that people told me. You need to go to graduate school. Why? You need to handle yourself this way. Why? Why was a really important thing to me growing up as a child, and I've come full circle in that why is a huge part of the way I operate as a lawyer. It's a huge part of the way I counsel the people, the clients that I work with. The culture at Schiller is very much a culture of caring. And I'm not just talking about caring about the clients. The people that work at the firm care about each other. When people see each other in distress, people don't sit there and say, oh, gee, do I have time to help? They just reach out. They help. They ask questions. That culture of caring and not trying to bend the clients into our way of doing things, but to mold what we do around what's comfortable for them. That's the key to it all. My role as an attorney is to really counsel people through the process so that when they get done, when they think about it right after, 2 years after, they don't have any regrets. Having no regrets means understanding everything you're doing. It means understanding the choices you're making. So getting to where you communicate with people and they're comfortable, telling you their deepest fears, telling you the things that keep them awake at night, telling them the things that they're worried about, and kind of peeling back the layers of the onion to know where it came from, that helps counsel them. It helps know what's meaningful to them. Several years ago, a lady called my assistant and wanted to set up a consultation with me. They were looking to change law firms from the law firm they had been using. And when they talked to my assistant, the first thing she said when she heard that the client was a quadriplegic in a wheelchair was, get out of town. We're not going to make you come downtown. Anita will come to your house. That my assistant felt the freedom to do that told me that all of our years of partnership had really paid off. So I went to meet with this lady and her family at her home. And we talked about case facts. We talked about things. I mapped out the strategy that I thought would work and be better for where they were in the case. This lady has 4 special needs children. She ended up a quadriplegic in a wheelchair, not from birth, but because of an illness that was treated incorrectly. So it was absolutely tragic. She went from walking around one day to being completely bedridden, not being able to move the next day. Her then husband took their 4 children, moved in with his mother, which was not a wheelchair-friendly environment, and essentially wouldn't let her see her kids unless he or one of his family members was around. She was a prisoner in that wheelchair. She was a prisoner in her marriage, and she was under constant supervision. So taking charge of that case and figuring out how to tell her story was a big deal. So they ended up changing because they could feel that I wanted to make a change for her. So we did. We set about going on to make a change. We started talking to the guardian about how this is a case like many, many other families. Mom has physical challenges, but dad has emotional, mental, and temperament challenges. So you really can't just focus on the people. You have to focus on the families. You have to focus on the support system. Ultimately, we ended up proving that mom had a better team in place to take care of these 4 special needs children. Hearing after the fact that this lady's oldest son decided at the end of it all that he wanted to meet me because after she talked to him about the lawyers who helped her, he wanted to meet the people who made a difference in his life. When I first sit down with people, it's really important to me to know that they understand that they can change your mind about things. A lot of people walk in on day one and they have a certain set of goals. As the case develops, as new facts fill in, as our advice about what we can achieve and can't achieve develops from what we learn, they should feel comfortable saying, you know what? I know that I told you on day one I wanted this. But you know what? Now it's not so important to me. This other thing is more important to me. It's your show. You should do whatever it takes to communicate how you want your story to turn out.